Hi everyone, it's Linda Esposito here from Be Clear with Bronchiectasis. Today we are going to talk about trying to create a low dust environment in your home. Now notice I don't say dust free because that's impossible. It really is. Even some days after we finish cleaning and everything looks so shiny, the sun comes streaking into our New York City apartment and I see dust in the air or dust on surfaces, but I try to do my best. I think as a community we focus a lot on water, as we should, because certainly if you're taking a shower, for example, or you're in a hot tub or indoor pool, there is mist, and that mist can get into, that has bacteria in it, and it can get into your lungs. It can directly get into your lungs. And so this is part of a larger discussion called environmental precautions. And it's an important discussion. However, I do go to many professional conferences and they really don't talk about it very much because there isn't much research, very little research, and they tend not to go there because as it is, there's a big burden with this disease, with everything that we need to do on a daily basis to stay our healthiest, and they just don't want us feeling more anxious because we do tend to be an anxious community as well. Now, I feel like I have to clear my throat, but I'm not going to, so I'm gonna take a sip of water. Because I tell people not to clear their throat because it's harsh on your vocal cords, and to take a sip of water whenever possible. So I need to follow my own advice. Getting back to the home, it is good to control dust because there's, again, I said little research, but there was some research done, I think by an Australian. I first heard of it. Dr. Rachel Thompson from Australia is one of the leading experts in bronchiectasis and also in the environment. I believe she concentrates a lot on that as well. And she referenced a study that was done on a vacuum cleaner bag. Okay, and there were like 140 different types of NTM in the vacuum cleaner bag. Now, many NTM are non-pathogenic, and even if they were pathogenic, a type of NTM, who's to say they're viable? But this research was done. They didn't try to type the different bacteria, but just identified them as NTM in a vacuum cleaner bag. So when I'm reading this, I'm thinking, in a vacuum cleaner bag, what does that mean? That means it's dust in the environment. And if you read, in fact, a dusty environment, there can be, whether it's outdoors with sandstorms or if it's dust in your home, can lead to a possible infection. Again, very little research. But for me, I personally don't feel it's that difficult to maintain a clean-ish home. So what do I mean? Or I should say a dust-free home. We live in a 2-bedroom apartment with hardwood floors. Now we have no carpeting in the living room because carpeting does hold a lot of dust. I can tell you when we try to vacuum twice a week, that canister, it's a clear canister so you can see everything that accumulates in there. And when I hit the little carpet in my bedroom, that's when, broken fibers and what have you come up into the canister bag. So I chose not to have any carpeting in the living room, but I do have this little area carpeting in the bedroom because I really love the colors and it makes me happy, so I have it. But I don't have any type of drapery. We just have blinds, and the blinds also get very dusty. Unfortunately, my husband often will wipe them down, and just other than that, not having a lot of, like I said, scatter rugs and things, lots of unnecessary pillows. Also, one of the dustiest things in a home are books. I used to have a side gig as a home stager, and I would help people prepare their homes for sale. Sometimes I'd pack homes up. And when I had to pack up books, boy, was that a dusty job, because no one dusts their books. They just sit on that shelf for years and years and years and accumulate dust. So if you have a lot of books in your house, you might want to go through them and just edit out the ones you're really not reading and try to consolidate, and then periodically think about dusting them off. Also, I think it's really good just to damp mop. I don't use a little Swiffer. I don't find that gets it done. I really have a bucket and a mop, and every week we do damp mop the floors. And of course, also just wipe all the counters down with a microfiber cloth, or a damp cloth is even better. So just a suggestion, trying your best to keep a dust-free home could make a difference. Okay, take care. Linda signing off. Have a good day. Bye-bye.